Hello, Assalamu alaikum. I will be starting introduction to computers. The subject name is Introduction to Computers, and the book I will be following in this course is authored by Peter Norton. So, the book name is Introduction to Computers, and the author is Peter Norton. So, primarily we will discuss about what do you mean by computer systems and how they are created, what are the inputs and outputs associated with computer systems, and what are the different integral parts of the computer systems, and what are the categories of computer systems, and how we can say this is a small desktop system or this is a large enterprise system, that is your mainframe computers, or that can be up to supercomputers, or starting from the handheld computers, which you call it as mobile phones, and then we move towards the desktop version of the computers or your laptops. So there are also the forms of the computers, yeah, types of the computers. Then we will move towards the mainframe computers, mini computers, and ultimately we will discuss about supercomputers in this course, that is your computer applications or introduction to computers, whatever you call it as a title. So both remain the same, the book remains the same. This is the book, Introduction to Computer by Peter Norton, and generally we will discuss everything about computers. So we will start by this is chapter number 1. We will start with chapter number 1, and this is section 1A. So in definition point of view, when we define computer, so we define computer as an electronic device that is used to convert data into information. There are 2 or 3 things involved in the definition of the computer. First thing is this is an electronic device. We call every device as an electronic device which requires electricity to switch on. Second important thing in this is that it is an electronic device which converts data into information. There are 2 things now. One is data and the second one is information. Remember when we say data, so the data is a raw collection of information, and information by itself is a processed form. Data is always present in the raw form. Like for example, I am collecting data about teachers and students of Abdul Wali Khan University. So I will collect information about there is a teacher Hashim Ali, there is a student named Adil, there is a student named Lubna, for example, it can be any name. Now this is data about teacher and students. Now, if I want to make it or I want to convert into information, so I will say Hashim is a teacher in the Department of Computer Science. So when I was collecting the data, so I said there is a department named as Computer Science. I have collected a data about a teacher that is, for example, Hashim, and I've collected a data about Adil, that is a student, or Lubna, that is again a student. Now, when I want to make it an information, and remember this information will be a useful information. So I will convert this data into a useful information, that is processed form of the data. That will become information. So I will say Hashim Ali, teacher belonging to Department of Computer Science. Adil, student belonging to Department of Microbiology. Lubna, student belonging to Department of, for example, Environmental Sciences. So I will call it like this. When I create this particular statement, so I've joined data with each other to give some meaning. Hashim Ali individually, I cannot say Hashim Ali is a student or a teacher. But when I have connected Hashim Ali with another data that is teacher, so it clarifies me that Hashim belongs to teacher class. Adil and Lubna belongs to student class. Similarly is when I combine the department with it, like Hashim Ali, teacher, computer science, now it is giving you some better information. Hashim Ali, teacher, it is not giving you a complete information. Like, but if I convert, I make it a sentence like this, that Hashim Ali, teacher, computer science, it gives you a clear picture that this is a teacher belonging to a department that is computer science. Now this information, this form of the data, which is processed form of the data, in which you have organized the data. The organized form of the data, the processed form of the data. So we will call this data as, this is called as information. So computer definition point of view, when you define a computer, so you will say that it is an electronic device that converts data into information. There are modern computers nowadays. The computers we are using are digital computers. And remember, when we say digital computer, they only understand binary language, that is language of 0 and 1s. Language of 0 and 1. Either something is present, that will be 1, something is not present, that will be 0. Two digits are combined to make a particular data. So we will discuss about what is a digital information and what is the number system involved in understanding the digital information and converting our data into information. So modern computers are digital based. They are based on digits, and those digits are two digits, that is 0 and 1. The older version of the computers were analog computers. There was a continuous signal coming, like in physics you have studied about analog signal. So that is a continuous signal, and there is no definite value defined in analog signal. In digital form you have a definite value, either something is present or something is absent. So modern computers are digital computers. For your information or for your knowledge, you should not go into that much detail. So you should understand that whenever somebody asks you modern computers, you will say they are digital computers. And somebody asks you that old computers like 486 or other older version of the vacuum tubes, first generation and second generation, so they were analog computers. There was a range of values. In digital computers, you do not have a range, you have a fixed value. So this is basically the basic definition of the computer science. Now, computer for individual use. Normally, we use computer that are for individual purpose. The famous version is the desktop version of the computer, or nowadays we are using the laptop version of the computer. This is the most common type of the computer used in individual use. And if some professionals are like in computer science, or you have got heavy applications in other domains, for that you may be using workstations sort of computers. The desktop computers are the most common type of the computer. Normally every home consists of desktop computer, or we can replace desktop with laptop computer. Both lies in the same category, sits on the desk or floor. This is primarily, I'm talking about desktop computer, and definitely performs a variety of tasks. The powerful machine, uh, instead of desktop computer, if you need a powerful machine in terms of heavy processing or graphical processing, so you will need a specialized computer. And this specialized computer is normally, we call it as a workstation, and it is optimized for science or graphic based processing. If we need graphical processing or scientific application processing, so we will not be using desktop computer. Instead, we will be using the workstation form of the computer, which is more powerful than a desktop computer. So these are basically two types of computers which are used for individual purpose. The first one is a desktop computer, and the second one is your workstation. Third one form is individual use is your notebook computers, which we call it as the laptops. They are portable computers, smaller in size as compared with desktop computers. So we say that they are small portable computers, and normally the weight lies in between from 3 pounds to 8 pounds, and normal size is about starting from 8 inches to 17 inches. You can find a laptop computer in the market. Typically, it is as much powerful as our desktop computer is, and older version of the laptops do consist of docking station that is used for the gaming purpose. So we will not discuss that here, that what is docking station. There was a gaming module which we call as dock station, and we have to place that computer over the dock station. So that computer would be integrated with that dock station, and you can play with your joystick or other devices used for the gaming purpose. So notebook computers were also used there. These are the basically This is a third category of a computer which is used for individual purpose. The first one was the desktop version. Second one is the powerful version, that is workstation. And workstation can be both. It can be a desktop computer, it can be a laptop. You can find a workstation sort of computer in the form of a desktop computer or in the form of laptop. And the third form is your notebook computer, which we call it as laptop computer. So the three are used as a computers for individual use. Then we have got another form. Of the fourth form is your tablet computer, handheld PDAs, like PDAs, tablets, the newest development in portable computers, much more smaller in size, normally 5 to 8 inches in small. And when we say tablet computer, so tablet computer always come with a pen to write. Like in this picture, you can see there is a pen and somebody is holding a person is holding the tablet computer in his hand. So it is, the input is given through the pen. Run specialized version of office products. Normally, these are not the versions which are used in your desktop or portable, desktop or the laptop version of the computer or workstation. They have a specialized form of the office, which is smaller in size after installation. So the fourth form of computer which is used for individual use is your tablet computer. Then the another fifth form of the computer, which we call handheld computers. Normally they are your mobile phones. They're coming mobile phones, PDS, in the form of PDS, not mobile phones. So personal digital assistants. Normally nowadays we do not use PDS. PDS were used in 2000, late in the start of 2000, from 2001 to not 2005 to 2012. In this era, we have used the PDS. They were the digital assistants which help to note down the notes or reminders or something like that. So note taking or contact management was saved in the PDS, and PDS data was later on synchronized with desktop computer. Information was stored at the PDA and it was also backed up in the desktop. Now this whole task is performed by the smartphone. Your smartphone can hold, you can do data processing, it can write down notes, it can perform contact management. So everything is performed by your smartphone. So we say this is a hybrid of cell phone and PDA. So these are also the form of computers which are used for individual purposes. So handheld computer, normally the example is from PDA, personal digital assistant, and smartphone, hybrid of cell phone and PDA. Normally they are used for web surfing or emails, or for example, nowadays we use for gaming purpose as well. So these all come under the category of the smartphone, and these are the computers which are used for the individual purposes. Now computers for organization, the computer for organization, commonly used computer is your network server, or simply you can say server. It is a centralized computer. All other computers are connected to this computer, and it will perform, it will give services to this computer. Every computer which is giving services to other computers present in the network, so we will say this is a server. I will give you an example, a real-time example, or that daily life example. Your teacher is acting like a server. All students in this class are connected to a teacher. So teacher is providing services and students are acquiring the services. So in our example, the teacher will act like a server and the students will act like other computers which are connected with the teacher. The same is case with the computers. If there is a specialized computer, that can be any sort of computer, that can be desktop, that can be workstation, or that can be a specialized server. But if it gives services to other computers connected to it, so I will call it as a server, and this is present over the network. So I will say this is a network computer which is used in organization. All other computers are connected to it and provide access to network or other resources. It depends on what sort of resources I'm going to use. Like for example, I'm connecting, I'm using mobile phone. So this mobile phone is connected to a tower of your phone. For example, my connection is Uphone. So this mobile phone is connected to Uphone tower. So Uphone tower is connected. Yeah, my mobile is connected to the Uphone tower. So Uphone tower will act as a server to my mobile phone, to this connection. I am the computer which is connected to the tower. So I am not only single computer. So other people will also be connecting to this tower. So other devices will be connected to this tower. So this tower will provide us facility to make a call, to send a text message, or to connect to internet. Now these three services are provided by the computer installed at the tower of the Uphone. So that computer will act as a server, and the devices connected to this tower will act as other computers connected to that particular server. And this is actually this is for the purpose of access to the network resources. Now our network resource will be the internet. Our network resource will be to send messages, to make a call. So these all come under the network resources. If there are more than one servers, there are multiple servers, then we will call that particular location as a server farm. And normally these are the computers with a powerful machine installed in the desktop computer. So we will call this as a server computer. And these are the computers which are used for organization, or they are used within the organizations. Then we have got a larger form of the computer, and that larger form of the computer is your mainframe computer. So mainframe computer are used in larger organization or handle thousands of users and users access through a terminal. The famous example of mainframe computer is the computers or the workstation, larger computers, not workstation, larger computers used by Nadra offices. If you have visited Nadra office, so you will see computer terminal there, a screen in front of you, and he inputs the data. For example, he asks you what is your name, etc., etc., or you want to renew your CNIC, you ask your CNIC number, and then he will say to you that, okay, wait for wait for a moment, the data is being retrieved from Islamabad or some other station. Actually, that data is retrieved from the mainframe computer that is installed at Islamabad office headquarters, Nadra headquarters. So this screen will act as a terminal which will allow access to users. And this is a larger organization. Nadra is a larger organization, so it requires a powerful computer in the form of a mainframe computer. So this is second form of the computer which is used in the organization. The first form is your server. The second form is your mainframe computer. Then we have got mini computers, a bit smaller from the mainframe, but larger than desktop computer. So we will categorize it as mini computer. It is used in small companies that are not handled through servers. So we will install mini computer in those organization. And this is the power is in between mainframe and desktop computer. And normally we call it as mid-range computers, and it handle hundreds of users. In mainframe computer, you handle thousands of users. In mini computer, you handle hundreds of users. Normally, it is used in smaller organization and user access through a same is the case like in the mainframe computer. You are using terminal to access information. Same is the case with many computers. You use a terminal for accessing information. User is accessing information from the computer using a terminal. Then there is a broader version of the computer, or larger version of the computer, which we call as supercomputer. This is the most powerful computer available, handle large and complex calculations, which are normally not performed by mainframe or mini computer, or even we cannot think on desktop or other forms of the computers, and it performs trillions of operations per second. Your powerful desktop machine or computer or server can execute millions of instructions per second, but your supercomputer can execute or process trillions of operations per second. So there is a difference between a supercomputer or a desktop or mainframe or mini computer. Normally, these type of computers are used in research organization. Like for example, NASA is using supercomputer because they have to process trillions of processes or operation to execute, and they want to execute in a faster manner. The computer used are supercomputers. Now, computers, what is the impact of the computers in our society? Now, if we discuss impact of the computer, so we have more impact than any other invention. Like for example, a fan is invented, but the fan's impact use is there, but its impact is not that much as the computer has impacted our daily life. Your cell phone is a small computer uh, held in your hand. So you cannot live without this cell phone. It has changed the work. It has changed the leisure activity. Leisure activity is your free time goes to your mobile phone. Nowadays we are very good at for example TikTok or any other things. This is my leisure activity. In when cell phones were not there, people were involved in healthy games or outdoor games or other things, gardening or etc things. Now the leisure activities are changed because of the computers involved in computer technology, and it has impacted our routine life. And this is used by all demographic groups. Demography is a study of human beings, a study of human behavior. We say this is demographic study. So, for example, this culture where we are living, this is a Pashtun culture. So we are using computers in our daily life. Starting from my home, my AC is computerized, my laptop is computerized as a sort of a computer, my cell phone is a sort of a computer, my washing machine, automatic washing machine, it is a sort of a computer. So every demographic group, whether they are Pashtuns, they are Punjabi, they are Sindhi or Balochi or anything, belonging to any region, they are using the computers in their routine life. So this is the impact of the computers in our society, over our society or in our lives. So computers are important because they provide information to users. Why we say it has impacted our life? The importance comes when we take information, when we obtain information about a particular user. Like for example, I'm using my cell phone. I want to draw information about my friend. So I'm using an application software that is Facebook. So that's now I will search, for example, Hashim. I will search Hashim, and Hashim is my friend. Yeah, Ali is my friend, and I'm searching him. So I will get all sort of information about a particular user using a certain application. It's not necessary that I will be using Facebook or anything. I can be using any database or any website to search Ali or Hashim. And for example, I want to search Hashim is a teacher in computer science. I want to study his biography or profile. So I will go towards the university website and I will figure out computer science department, and then I will find out who is Hashim. This is personal, yeah, this is information provided to a user who is looking for a particular user. Information is critical in our society. Whatever is the game is of information. The thing we are looking for is information. It is present in any form. I'm looking for somebody, I want to take information. I'm searching a place, I want to take information. I want to buy something from the internet, so I want to take information. So this is critical in our society, and managing information is a tedious job. Handling information in an organized manner is a difficult job to perform in terms of human handling. So that's why we have shifted gears towards computers. And that's why we say computers are important in our daily life. And this shows the impact of the computer in our daily life. Then computers in society, computers at home. Many homes have multiple computers. Most American homes have internet. Now Pakistan is also lying in that category, that we have internet access. We have multiple computers installed. Now gates are the surveillance camera we use at homes. They are computer controlled. Surveillance is given through computers. Your devices can be switched on or switched off, auto light on off. This is through the computers. Your AC can turn on while you're not at home. This is again through computers, using the Wi-Fi technology, using your smartphones. So these all are because of computers are at home. Computers are used for business purposes. Nowadays people are doing trade. The famous is your Bitcoin trade. If somebody is doing that, that is your business. Computers are involved in business. Computers are involved in your entertainment purposes, like this TikTok or etc., Instagram or other versions of entertainment used for communications. Famous version is your email, used for education purpose, your online class. Computer, if there was no computer, we could not have an online session of the class, so it is used in education purpose. So this is the impact of computers in our society. Computers, the impact, general impact, then they are used, the importance of the computer, then computers at home, and then where computers are used. Again, computers in education sector, computer literacy is required. That's why you are studying this subject as a computer introduction to computer, because this is important in education sector. Computers are used in small businesses because people want to make them more profitable, allows user owners to manage things. If you go to a small business like Megamart, so Megamart, if you purchase something or it is managing its user, biometric attendance is there in Megamart. This biometric attendance is actually computers in small business. You purchase something and come to the counter person scans your product and gives you the price of the product. This is computers in small business. Now, computers in industry, computers are used to design products. Like if you have heard about software AutoCAD, so AutoCAD is used for designing purposes. Computers are used in assembly lines are automated. Like in Toyota, if you have seen the videos in National Geographic about BMW company car assembling or Toyota car assembling or Audi car assembling, they are done by robots. So what are robots? They are computers in industry, and assembly lines are automated. They are self-organized. You have programmed them using the computer and they are performing the job. So we say this is automated assembly lines. Then computer in government organization, like necessary to track data for population, like Nadra, what Nadra is doing, or police officers. And FBR, currently FBR is using computer very efficiently through their iris system. They are calculating text for you and they are collecting text from you through online system, and these are computers in government purposes, government worthy, first to use computer as a user. So this is impact of the computers, or this is the involvement of the computers in our daily life. Then computers are very much used in healthcare now. Nowadays, people are performing the bypass operation or other sort of operations through robots involvement. So robots or computers in healthcare. New treatments are possible through robots. Scheduling of patients has improved. You have got computerized number system. You do not have to visit the doctor. You can take the number of the doctor through online resource, and the online computer will automatically assign you a particular time. Nowadays, doctors are using computers to define a particular medicine, to prescribe a particular medicine to the patient. So they will give you a computerized sheet, and that computerized sheet will contain the information of the medicine. So delivery of medicine is much more safer because we have computers in our healthcare. This is impact of the computers in our society. So this is all about chapter number 1A. We will start with 1B or 2A in the next lecture. If you have got any question, you can post in your WhatsApp group, and you can ask question about the lecture today we have conducted. So I wish you a best of luck, and this is our first lecture. So I hope the mode of communication I'm using, this will help everybody, because there is an issue of internet or other issues are there. So we are trying to solve those issues, and we are trying to negate those issues using this mode of teaching, and this will be easy that when you revise your course, so it will help you to revise the course easily. Thank you very much.